Tell me about your dog. Tell me about your dog. Tell me about your dog. Hi, I'm Mary Keydash, and welcome to episode 5 of the Tell Me About Your Dog show. I'm here with my beloved friend and talented cameraman, Damian Prince Brown, and we are so fortunate to have been invited into Sound Legacy offices here in San Rafael, California, because we met a precious little dog named Pele and Pele's guardian and dad, Andrew. Hi there, you guys.
That's the nicest intro I've ever gotten.
Well, we're so happy to
Yeah.
be here. I want to give a little shout out to Marin TV, which is how we met.
That's right.
We're working at Marin TV, Damien and I, and you have the offices upstairs. And every day you would walk out and there would be this precious dog with you. And we just had to get together and have a chat about Pele.
Yeah.
So first question is, how did you meet?
So there's no story complete about Pele without also my wife, Tiffany, who's not here at the moment, but she and I were living in Sebastopol, and our beloved dog, who'd been my dad's last dog, passed away. She was like 16 and she was ill, so we were heartbroken and did not want another dog. And then it was the day after the Women's March. This little guy shows up at our house and comes around and was really skittish and afraid of everybody. And I don't know, it took about like a week. Tiffany started giving him treats. He'd come by and give him a little treat, and that was it. Then he would just always come by.
So you just showed up out of nowhere?
Well, he was our neighbor's dog.
Ah.
And he stopped going home. He quit going home at night. We'd have to like literally take him home, and he would come back. Like we'd get home and he'd be at our door. So one night we were out for a walk, and the neighbor was like, "Hey, we're gonna have to surrender Pele." I was like, "Surrender him? What does that mean?" Like we're afraid he's gonna bite our granddaughter.
Oh dear. Do
So they were like, "Do you want him?" And we were about to take like a 2-year journey from here to Alaska to Argentina. We're like, "Oh, we can't take a dog, but we'll help you find a home. We'll rehome him for you." Introduced him to all our friends, but in the meantime, he's like, "I live with you guys. This is my new house." And so we just, I don't know, we couldn't live without him. And he's been with us ever since.
And how old was he when you got him?
About 3.
And how old is he now?
He's 11.
11.
We don't know his exact birthday, so we just gave it Halloween.
Okay. 11. Oh my goodness. So was his name was Pele when you got him?
We found out later his name used to be Max.
Max.
Yeah. He actually did bite a little girl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he had to go into the clink, and it was like, I mean, he had to quarantine at our house, but then we met the SPCA, and they're like, "Oh, it's Max. You're not bringing him back, are you?" I was like, "Absolutely not. We're his 4th family."
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah. He's institutionalized. He has like a little prison tattoo on his.
Oh, Pele.
Yeah.
Pele, you need to be on your best behavior from here on out.
He's worked it out. He's 3 strikes. He just made it. Yeah.
So what do you feed Pele?
Oh man, I make his food.
You do? Okay.
I do. Yeah. I mean, when we traveled, we just kind of got what we could get. But since we've been back here in Marin, I don't know. I mean, they live such a short life,
Mm-hmm.
And if you told the 20-year-old version of me that like the highlight of a month was making dog food, I would have not wanted that life nor believed you that it was possible. But I had the best time. I make this huge batch of like rice and chicken and vegetables, and like he cleans every bowl. It's like he sits there and just watches everything I'm doing because he knows it's for him. It's this big production. I love it. Like I make all this chicken broth, and it's yeah. And we don't have kids, but like he's my pal, and I want him to have a good life, so we give him good food.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I've been reading a book lately called Dog is Love.
Mm-hmm.
And as some of our viewers know, I'm not really a dog person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really have not thought one way or the other about dogs. I am intimidated by them.
Yeah.
For the biting thing. I don't think that's,
Yeah.
I think that's rude, the biting thing.
Yes, very rude.
Anyway, yes.
We highly discourage
Yes.
any biting.
Yes, but
Yeah.
anyway, I've been researching and meeting so many wonderful dogs.
Yeah.
And there is an element of love about them that is just unmistakable and incomparable to anything
Yeah.
else.
It really is.
So how does that come through Pele and your relationship with Pele?
There is a level of simpatico and trust, but
Mhm.
insofar as I can tell, Like we're pretty attuned. Like he knows what we're doing. He can understand what I'm saying. I understand for the most part what he needs. And it's like it's when you can't understand, that's when it gets tricky and it's a
Mm-hmm.
little scary. Like, oh God, what do you need? You know?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, there's a lot of unspoken communication. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
can click and whistle at him, and he knows roughly what that means. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but transmitting love between interspecies, I think, is one of the great gifts of our kind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, like it's rude to bite for a dog,
Mm-hmm.
certainly. How many people
Mm-hmm.
have bit you metaphorically,
Mm-hmm.
physically? You know, you run the same risks. It's
Mm-hmm.
just they're more likely to do it with their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you run that same risk with all beings.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true. That's very
so it's,
true.
you know, the exchange, the sort of, I wouldn't say he gives me unconditional love, but I don't know that that may be a thing. It's highly conditional attention and affection that, you know, if I were not kind to him, I'm sure he would not want to be around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows, I think, insofar as I can tell, he knows that I appreciate him and will look after him, that my wife loves him, and
Mm-hmm.
like the excitement that we get from him when we arrive home,
Mm-hmm.
that whole exchange is just, it's incomparable.
Mm-hmm. So I was curious. So you said you and your wife travel. Did you take Pele along with
Oh
the?
yeah,
Okay, so tell us
yeah.
some stories about how that was. I wouldn't think it would be that easy to have a dog on the road.
We met so many people that we would
Mm.
otherwise not have, because he's just like this kind of quirky looking little creature.
Mm-hmm.
People are curious about him. They want to touch him or pet him or whatever. And he's pretty ambivalent. He's like, could take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets excited about you, you're special. So he changed our whole thing. I mean, made
Mm.
it like, enriched the experience immeasurably. And he's, you know, he's wild. He's a crazy little animal. So I will give you the litany of all the many things that have happened to Pele. So before we ever even left, we were living in Sebastopol. These two huge pit bulls that suddenly got relocated to our neighborhood with another guy, and the people didn't have like a great enclosure for him. Anyway, they got out, and he and I were outside, and one of them jumped on him. And, like
Oh dear.
he growled at him, you know, like, "Arr," and it just jumped on him and started, just grabbed him by the neck and started shaking him.
Oh
And the other ran and grabbed him by the belly, and they were literally, mine just
wow.
mauled him with an inch of his life. Like it was very violent, very scary. And a neighbor of mine saved him. Like she came running and just crow kicked this one dog, and it let go. They both let go, and he ran off. I grabbed him up and went to the vet. And within a week, he was back to normal. Like, you know, the
Wow.
equivalent would be me getting mauled by two grizzly bears
Yeah.
and surviving and wanting to like hang out and play ball the next week. Undefeatable spirit in this creature. So
Mm.
that's before we ever even left home. This happened in our driveway. So we leave. We're on this trip, having a great time, and getting to know him still. Like we'd only had him for like a few months, you know. We were in Alaska, and there are all these little ground squirrels, and we're climbing way up above the tree line on this mountain, and like it was really windy. All of a sudden, I look around, he's not there. I kept calling his name, and he was down below the tree line, running after these squirrels. And suddenly, he's lost and freaking out. That was terrifying. Got him back. He was bitten by a deadly poisonous rattlesnake
Oh no.
in Utah.
Pele.
Spent 4 days in an ICU
From that bite?
from that
How
bite.
did you know it was that he got bitten? Did
I
you
saw it
see it?
happen.
Oh
It was
no.
like a cold morning, not one where you would expect a rattlesnake to be out and about. And it was called a faded midget rattlesnake. These little tiny ones that look like an old worn out belt the older they get. But fortunately, the older snakes don't deliver their full load of venom when they bite. They know that he's not a meal, so it was like this dry bite. But still, they're like, the vet was amazing. They're like, we've never seen a dog arrive alive bitten by one of these. You sure it was that snake? I'm like, yeah, it's this tiny little thing. And anyway, he, like, his liver was shutting down, but yeah, he survived it. Um, he has been kicked by multiple children, scratched in the eye by a cat. In one day in Chiapas, Mexico, he was both nearly drowned, and then an hour later, like in this like crazy little stream, he jumped in after a stick and like caught in a whirlpool to jump in and pull him out. An hour later, he was on fire.
On fire.
On
How did that
fire.
happen?
It was like this really cool campground, and all the wood was kind of wet because it had been raining. So I'm trying to get the fire going, and this young guy was like, "Oh, I've got some gasoline," and he like poured gasoline on the fire.
No.
And I was like, "Hey, maybe we should move the can back. Let's move the can." And as soon as he moves the can, he throws some gas in, and a piece of flaming gasoline fell into the can, and flames burst out of the can. So he starts panicking and starts kicking a can of flaming gasoline. Everything in the room was on fire. There was a lady on fire. He was on fire. It was just insane, total insanity. But he was so calm. He just kind of like ran outside where it was raining, and he lost a little bit of fur, but it was fine.
Wow.
Yeah, he's had all kinds of crazy stuff happen to him, but in spite of all that, he's just was like, well, that's not happening right now, so I guess I'm okay. He just has like such a good time seeing new places, swimming. I mean, he's like loves to play. And he's getting
Yeah.
a little older now. He's a little slower, but he still just loves it.
It's almost that Pele has a real purpose for being here, having survived all of those things.
Mm.
What do you suppose that might be?
He brings a lot of joy to people's lives. When people see him, they laugh and smile. Like we rode from Canada to here on our bicycles and have this little trailer that he rides in behind us. And for 1,000 miles, every time we saw somebody, they would smile and laugh and point and like have so many questions, and just he brought so many people so much joy. So insofar as there is a purpose behind any life, his has certainly been overwhelmingly bringing joy to people.
Absolutely, and I think that's universal to dogs. I would think I tried to imagine a world without dogs, and I would think that a lot of people would just go mad. You have many stories about taking care of Pele. Has Pele taken care of you? Have you been sick when Pele's been around, or your wife, or any kind of caretaking that he's done to you?
Like if I'm sick or there's either one of us is sick, he's locked in. And like if you don't want to go out, if he doesn't want to go out, he's not pestering you to go do stuff. Like he's pretty he's just there, and he's glad to be there. And he'll definitely wake you up in the night if something's amiss, if he hears something that it's almost invariably, so far we've been lucky that it's mostly been raccoons or whatever. But this looks good, just chewing on your feet here on live TV.
He's just adorable. What kind of a dog is Pele?
A good one. They say he's a wire-haired Dachshund.
A wired-haired Dachshund.
Wire-haired Dachshund, yeah. But,
I'm learning all kinds of these breeds. That it's just amazing how we went from wolves to like over 200 kinds of dogs.
Right.
I can't wait to hear more about how that happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, it's just been a pleasure to meet Pele and you, Andrew. Is there anything else we haven't thought of to talk about that beautiful, precious face?
Well, I'd like to talk about your beautiful, precious face and like what. I mean, I know you said you're not naturally a dog person. But you're a curious person. You like animals.
Yes.
So why tell me the story behind, tell me about your dog.
Well, I work with Marin TV, and we are a community media center that encourages people to come learn how to create media. And we have a community channel. And so we're constantly inviting people to learn how to create media and upload it to the channel. And it can be any kind of a show at all, anything you want to put on the channel. And so I'm in it, as a job, and as my friends that work there. And I literally just woke up one day and thought, what a great idea for a show. Because I love the channel 26, a community channel. I love what people put on there.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what a great idea to have a show that's called Tell Me About Your Dog. I don't know whether maybe I heard it somewhere. I don't know. But so I thought, well, let's just go do that. It's just a show talking to people about their dogs. And I am intimidated by dogs. Like I have a healthy respect for them. I love how they look. I think they're just little pieces of art and big pieces of art. And I've really loved seeing how much people love them and why.
Yeah.
I haven't ever been around that or talked about it. And it's been really rewarding. And people love it.
Hmm.
People love to talk about their dogs.
Hmm.
They love to watch people talking about their dogs. And I think back to that question about purpose,
Hmm.
I think dogs just serve a really important purpose of just spreading this unconditional love and joy for no reason. As you know, the show is just very simply tell me about your dog. We have
Yeah.
no agenda. We're
Yeah.
not selling anything. We
Yeah.
got nothing, but this is just seems like a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
And that's how that all happened. But I am totally respectful when I'm in front of a dog and I'm like, "Can I touch it?" So.
Yeah. But so when you are meeting people via their dogs,
Mhm.
have you met some people that you're really into? Like, have you made any friends through this?
I have met many people that are truly delightful.
Hmm.
I haven't kept in touch with anyone in particular, but what has been beautiful thing is that since I don't have dogs and I didn't have kids, I live in the San Geronimo Valley, so I don't really know a lot of people other than if I on purpose try and meet them. And like you were saying about you and your wife traveling, it's hard to meet people. So I've met dogs in the valley, and Damien and I have been shooting in this one spot in the valley. And so now I know more dogs. I recognize
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
And that's just been a wonderful conduit to the meeting the person. Like,
Hmm.
oh, there's Luella. Oh, well, there's Bob, or
Right. Yeah.
that's just been a truly wonderful thing. And I think it's so important for us, especially today, to connect.
Hmm.
Just to connect. I don't care how you're doing it. Hi, I like your hat. Hi, I like your dog. Just any kind of human connection. And if it can be through something as joyful as a dog, it's been great. It's been a really wonderful thing.
If you were to get a dog, what kind?
A little one.
Yeah.
I would get a little one. And I do have a dog story. I got an opportunity to do a house sitting gig on Maui for 3 weeks. And I learned after I said yes that I had to take care of 2 dogs. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and I said, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to Maui and have a responsibility of a dog. He said, Are you crazy? We're going. I'll take care of the dogs. You don't have to worry about it. So we go to Maui, and it's this beautiful home, and there's a little, I think it was a Jack Russell Terrier and some sort of a mix of beagle and they were little dogs.
Yeah.
And I got sick while I was there. Nothing serious, but I was sick. I had to lay down, and I was suffering.
Hmm.
Well, this dog, one of the dogs, came to my side and laid on me and was so attentive to me this whole week
Wow.
that I wasn't well.
Wow.
I fell so hard in love with that dog
Yeah.
that when I had to say goodbye to the dog, I walked in, I said, bye, nice to meet you, thank you for everything. And I walk out the door and I turn around and the dog's at the door looking at me and we're both crying. And they open the door. The dog runs toward me. I run toward her. I was totally a
Oh
Lassie
my.
scene, crying. And the owner said, Do you want to take him? It's like, no, I
Oh,
can't take
oh my
him. But
gosh.
anyway, a little dog. I think
Yeah.
the dogs I feel like I could deal with are
Hmm.
small dogs. I don't think I would care. The Jack Russell Terrier was like living with a cartoon. I wouldn't want to do that. It was literally like living with a cartoon. Up, down, on the table, out the door. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's
yeah,
well
I like
put.
things peaceful. So I think a small dog.
Little mellow little dog.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
dog.
And when they can get along with cats.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. This little guy is like the most stereotypical, like he pees on fire hydrants, he buries bones, he
Oh,
chases cats. Like he just does all things that you would see a dog do in a cartoon. Or
yeah,
if a cat doesn't run, he doesn't chase. He's like, what are we doing? Like, are you
yeah,
not going to run? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
He just can't help himself.
I,
Well, that's cool. So you are a dog person. You're just not
I,
you're not fully committed to the dog life.
I think the dog life seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot of
gotta.
work.
It's a contract.
Yeah,
It's a different contract than with a cat.
yeah,
You're in for the long haul.
yeah. And you got to worry about the food and how about the vet bills and
Right.
all that stuff and the walking every day and getting home by 9 and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
They
I'm
get sick.
just not caught
They
up.
eat weird stuff. They get injured.
Yeah,
They get bit by deadly poisonous snakes. They snore on TV.
yeah, yeah. So Pele's got a concerned look, and as I've been doing research, they say you can't tell what a dog's feeling necessarily, but do you feel like she's concerned about something?
I don't think. I mean, I can tell for the most part. what the number of concerns are with him. Like it's food,
Mm-hmm.
bowel movements,
Mm-hmm.
pee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's boredom is the right word, but desire to go outside. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like it's pretty limited the number of things that are generally coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't just want a whole lot of stuff. He's not like, hey, can we talk about philosophy? It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like he's wanting something very specific. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
generality of one of these four things. Like for instance, we feed him every day at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll feed him at 6 o'clock in the morning before I go to the gym, and then at like 3 he wants to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So at like 2:57 he just starts staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just unbroken eye contact
Mm-hmm.
until I get the food out and feed
Mm-hmm.
him. So it's like there's no ambiguity. I know exactly what he wants. The looks, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a whole theory of mine between like evolutionary psychology, like how those big eyes appeal to us,
Mm-hmm.
how their evolutionary, trajectory changed to sort of match the things that we are empathetic toward. Like
Mm-hmm.
they look like little babies, that those big eyes,
Mm-hmm.
whereas a wolf maybe doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, again, we tell ourselves a lot of stories. So the looks, sometimes he just looks. I mean, I could say he looks mad. He's not
Mm-hmm.
mad. I mean, I've never seen him be mad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't get too worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
He like if something's really bothering him, he'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's just funny faces.
Funny faces, and I love his hair. He's got a
He's got
great
great hair.
do.
I'm very jealous of his hair.
Very beautiful hair. Yeah.
I've never cut it. The only time he's ever had any kind of haircut is just when he's got like a cut and they have to like shave the hair off to sew up a suture or something.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got kind of a natural mohawk down his back.
Yeah, he does. He's just beautiful.
Yeah, he's a
Has
trip.
his face grayed over the years, or has he always been like that coloring?
I'll show you some younger photos
Okay,
of
we'll
him.
see. We'll
But
do a
he's
little bit.
kind of always looked old,
Uh,
but he definitely he's gotten significantly grayer over the past couple of years. Yeah.
so if he was going to give us any advice, I think one piece of advice he would give to play more often.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Boy, I mean, what lessons I've learned from him
Yeah.
are innumerable. Like, when there's a lot of value in being easily distracted and being imaginative and letting your mind wander.
Mhm.
I'm a big believer in that. But you can see in a dog what it means to be in the moment, to be really present,
Mm-hmm.
because the things that matter are the things that are happening. Like I don't see him seeming overly concerned with the past. I mean, if those faces mean something, is he worrying about his mom?
Uh-huh.
Like when's the last time this thing saw his mom?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Has he got
Yeah.
siblings? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is he worried about what they said to him when he was 6? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do I do that? Sure.
Yeah.
I'd probably be better off if I didn't. So it's sort of a lesson in like presence. Right?
Yeah. Good point.
That might be the most Marin thing I've ever said.
Yeah.
I'm not from here.
Yeah.
It felt a little
Well, that's
uncomfortable
okay.
for me to say it.
Yeah.
But I think it's real though. Like I think they're a good lesson in being present.
Yeah.
He's snoring.
He is snoring. It's very peaceful. Well, they say the dogs, it lowers your blood pressure and good for mental health. And, so yippee-yay for dogs.
Yippee-yay for dogs.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, this has just been my pleasure to be here.
Likewise. Thanks.
And I wanted to thank you for inviting us into your beautiful space here at
Thank
Sound
you.
Legacy
Yeah.
here in San Rafael, California. And just thanks a lot. It's been my pleasure to talk to you and meet Pele. And I already feel more peaceful just by being here and doing this. So
Dog osmosis.
dog is love.
That's the next book.
Yeah.
Maybe you should write it.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Nice.
Well, he really is just totally chilled out.
He's totally chilled out. We're all chilled out.
I'm just gonna shoot him for just a